he's living for another day and just playing smart football. You don't really see that too often in a game like this with all this energy, everything going on. Sometimes you'll do some things that you go, oh, I got caught up in the moment. He always stayed calm and collective, and it's beautiful to watch. You know what it's like? Watching Russell Wilson play quarterback is like driving in the car with your wife and playing some old jazz.
Oh.
Just cruising, just nice.
Little David Brubeck?
Okay,
If I had some hair, let my hair blow.
Let's get back to football here. Let's get this back to
just
football.
saying that he just
cruising
getting romantic here.
I will take Russell Wilson with it. I love Tom
Who's
Brady.
driving the
love
car?
Patrick Mahomes. I would take Russell Wilson anytime. I mean, there's no drive. You give me Tom, you give me Mahomes, or you give me Russell, and I'm happy with it.
Well, that was the conversation we were having when we were watching this game. We were saying, has anybody done more with less throughout their career? Because we talk about Patrick Mahomes and how he's throwing the football and breaking all these records, and he was the MVP last year. He's great, no doubt. But he's doing it with an incredible cast of characters around him. Russell Wilson, throughout his career, has not had the caliber of receivers that Patrick Mahomes is playing with. But Russell Wilson continues to have great success, continues to will this team to victory in any manner that is necessary, whether it be running the football, whether it be throwing it 40 times, or tonight he threw it 23 times. It felt like more, but it was because of the number of times he dropped back and made good decisions with that football.
Right, he lost his #1 guy in Doug Baldwin. He's no longer here. And you think, oh man, this thing is going to drop off.
This is the best
he picked up
start to his career.
And he keeps it going. And as you just said, he's having one of the best career year of his
Tyler
career.
Lockett.
It's phenomenal.
I'll say it right here, right now. He's going to have 1,000 yards this year.
He's a baller, but
Absolutely.
here's the other thing, too. They haven't had a top-tier wide receiver in the way we're talking. Doug Baldwin is a great wide receiver, but they have never really try to get one like that.
They don't need it when you have Russell.
That's my
You
point.
can build those other pieces, and that's why he's the ultimate team guy, because he's so good. He makes that offense so great that you can spend money on pieces on defense and pieces elsewhere. You don't have to just give him those toys at receiver in order to see the best version of Russell Wilson.
And not only that, we saw a really balanced attack, too. They ran the ball for 170 yards on the ground. Chris Carson, over 100 rushing yards. It felt like Russell Wilson had a lot of those rushing yards because of the plays that he made. He only had 33 of those 170. So just watching the way that they were able to this game plan was great out here.
Not only balanced rushing the football to passing the football, but the number of different receivers that got their hands on the football. There was 8 different pass catchers out there tonight. The #1 pass catcher was Will Dissly and Tyler Lockett with 4 catches. I mean, that's distribution to your receivers. That makes everybody a little happy.
Yeah, so we'll be able to ask Russell Wilson about that. Here he comes on his way to the set. A big night for him. The win for
Tommy wouldn't be
Russell Wilson here. The touchdown to Chris Carson, the juggling catch there by him in the end zone. What a play. And we have Russell Wilson here on the set, who walked over to our set to all of these MVP chants from all of your fans. And Russell, this is obviously a big game, big division game, big win for you guys here tonight in prime time. But I saw you get a little emotional afterwards. What hit you?
Well, you know, obviously the win, but, you know, we tributed, you know, Paul Allen, you know, and, you know, we were talking about in the locker room that the reality is that, you know, you had to think big. You know, Paul was a guy who thought big. He believed big. He created Microsoft. You know, he was a person who helped change the world and make an impact. He gave me an opportunity, you know, and I was saying in the locker room, I think that when we gave the ball to Bert, it was one of his best friends and coworkers. I said, you know, Bert, I think that Paul blew it on that one just a little bit to the right. Paul was a little bit right. So it was a great night. I thought from a team effort, it was unbelievable. I think guys made plays all night. Defense was unstoppable. Made a lot of key plays, and we found a way.
There's thousands of fans sticking around here tonight, Russell, to listen to you talk tonight and to give you the appreciation. As you walked out, they're cheering your name and they're cheering MVP. What do these Seahawk fans mean to you, and what type of motivation do they give you on a daily basis?
Well, man, the Seahawk fans mean everything. It's the best fans in the world, you know. Seahawks fans and Badger fans.
That's right. You know? I like that. Yeah, put it in there.
But, you know, it's been a blessing to play here. Every time I get to go out here and just play, you know, I play for God first, and play for my family and teammates, and these guys too as well.
Russell, talk to us about how do you guys have the kind of success you're having? Because last year, everybody thought that this would be a rebuilding situation, and you guys were going to go into rebuild. But all you did was retool, get right back out here, and get back to winning, and now you're winning again. How does this work so well here in Seattle?
Well, I think first of all we have a great culture. I think it starts with that. I think the second thing is, the reality is that Coach Carroll is a tremendous coach, one of the best to ever do it. I think that John Schneider's one of the best GMs to ever do it, and he believes in. We all believe in our players, and I think it's been a blessing just to have amazing teammates and high character guys who want to win, who will do whatever it takes to win, and on in season and off season. And it's been a pleasure just to be in the locker room with the guys, to work on the off season together, and just be around each other and try to find ways to win.
Speaking of that culture, Russell, we were there at the draft with DK Metcalf. I know he thought after the combine he would be in the first round. He went the last pick in the second round, almost made it the third round. When he got picked in Seattle, I said, oh my God, that's a great place for him to go, because a lot of people in Seattle on the team have been overlooked. How is it that you guys have cultivated him and taken him in, and he's averaging 22 yards per catch, and tonight he averaged 22 yards per catch?
Well, he was special tonight. I think first of all, the reality is that he puts the work in. There's no mistaking it. You either put the work in or you don't. And you guys know that, up here, and just the reality is guys like Tyler, guys like DK, the rest of the guys on the team, it's about the passion. It's about the love of the game. And DK Metcalf definitely has that.
You guys unexpectedly lost your number one wide receiver, Doug Baldwin. How losing him, how has that actually helped the wide receiver group start to mature a lot earlier than you guys expected?
Well, I don't know if it helped, but I think the reality is that Doug was a threat. he could really get open, man. I mean, he was like you over there, y'all kind of look the same too.
Whoa! Wow! I think that was a shot.
No, that was a compliment.
Oh, it was a compliment.
Y'all went to the same school, but he did not look at you.
But the reality is,
watch out for that guy.
The reality is too. I think it was my mission to make sure that we got all the guys together in the offseason, that make sure we spent time together. And I told guys, hey, it's going to be a challenge, and you got to take it. It's your career. It's your opportunity. It's your time, and take advantage of it. And we definitely have done that so far. But listen, we haven't done anything yet. We got a lot more to go.
Russ, there's a couple plays I want to ask you about in this game out here tonight. But first, one of the most amazing catches and throws that we've seen in a while.
It was a good throw.
So
great catch.
Let's roll this tape so you can watch how beautiful this play unfolded here. The play to Tyler Lockett in the end zone here, in the corner of the end zone. Kind of walk us through this.
Well, try to keep it alive, in 16, Tyler Lockett, he's one of the best in the business. And, man, the ballerina over there. Boy,
that was awesome.
The feet, the toe tap, pretty special. You got to give a guy like that a chance. He's been doing that his whole career.
Next Gen Stats says that it's the most improbable catch over the last 2 years. And that play was amazing. But then also, what was going through your mind when you found Chris Carson for what ultimately ended up being that game-winning touchdown?
Well, they doubled certain guys. They went 77 coverage. I stepped up, kind of slid, trying to keep it alive. And I was going to run. And, I stepped up, and out of the corner of my eye, the periphery, I saw Chris. And he's been having a great game all game. Out of the corner of my eye, just kind of flicked it to him. And I didn't know he bobbled it.
What?
I didn't know he bobbled out there with himself.
Yeah, but he sure enough caught it. And that was.
So what, you didn't see him bobble it?
No, because when I looked, I kind of
He was already celebrating.
He
dropped his dime.
I was like, got him.
He dropped his dime. He said, yeah, he's over there.
But it was pretty cool.
Russell, you know what it takes to get to the ultimate prize and win it. And does this team have what it takes to get to a Super Bowl and win it?
Well, I don't know what we don't have. I think we got everything we want. I think we got the right players. I think we got the right coach. I think we got the right fans. I think we got the right system, and we got the right people. It's about people. It's about the love of the game, the passion, the time, the effort. And we got some playmakers on offense and defense.
Russell, you said that when you got the young wide receivers together, you said, hey, you guys got to work. You said all the things you said. What does Russell Wilson need to work on and improve to go even further?
Well, you know, to me, I missed a couple throws today. I felt like I should have had. You know, I had the 18-yard dig on the
The
right.
sheet doesn't say there was many missed throws. I'm just
With a 151 passer rating, right?
yeah, that number right there means it's not a lot
There's
of
a couple in
misses.
there when I'm going to go home tonight and watch the film, and I'm going to be a little upset at myself. But, you know, I think just continue to stay the course. You know, stay neutral. Keep my mind neutral, you know, and stay focused on the task.
So what
Focus
is
on
the
mission.
course?
Well, the course is just trying to continue to find ways to win, you know, and love the game, help others, you know, serve others, do whatever I can, you know. And at the end of the day, when the game's on the line, win it, you know. You got to find a way to win it, and you got to win it.
So, big win in the division tonight. Do you feel like this was a statement game, and are you guys now the favorites in the NFC West?
Ooh.
We got a long ways to go. We got a long ways
Great
to go.
answer.
You can't.
Paul, he's running for governor as well here.
No,
So-
we got a long ways to go.
Russell, when you go home.